What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the crypto market update. My name is Amo. I am the head analyst and owner of Alpha Trades Community. If you are watching this video right now on YouTube, please do hit the thumbs up. We do create a lot of content for free, and I would really appreciate it if you can spread your generosity by hitting the thumbs up, subscribing to our channel below on the bottom right, and making sure you join our Discord community. This is our Discord right here. As you can see, we have a lot of channels, a lot of private channels as well. These private channels are for our paid members. So shameless shill real quick. You can join our private advantage community here on the alphatrades.com website. Products page right here, 97 per month. Okay, 97 per month gets you access to videos 2 times a day on market updates, private alpha information about the NFT space, the staking and farming opportunities that we are presenting to Advantage members, and many, many other opportunities. Okay, so again, shameless shill from me is our subscription, which is 97 per month, and you can opt in for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. The plans actually get cheaper the further down the line you go in terms of months. But you guys will really like this Advantage program because it basically gives you a community which you can rely on. You can ask questions. You can ask about opportunities that are happening within the trading community of the crypto space. Okay, that is what we're really pitching to you in our Advantage membership. All right, enough about that. If you do just want to know about the basics of technicals, you can also go to Udemy, which is our cryptocurrency course. And you can kind of see that there's a bunch of small sections here that I've outlined to talk about different parts of the technicals of markets, basics of trading, Japanese candlesticks, how to understand them, horizontal support and resistance levels plus zones, what different indicators that you can use, moving averages, Fibonacci indicators. This course is on Udemy, and it is called Trading Basics, okay? Cryptocurrency technical analysis. So you can go check it out there. It's only like $10. For $10, if you do sign up, you can ping me here on Discord, and I'll give you 7 days free access in our private Discord if you do purchase this course right here, okay? All right, let's get started, okay? You can kind of see BTC from the zones that I mapped out yesterday, right? Remember, support and resistance is not a single point in price. It is usually a zone, all right? So in this particular instance, this is a pretty large technical resistance point that price has come into, but unable to break above. So at that particular point, price then created another mini range right here, something like this. And then it broke out of that mini range. So it did not, once again, go back to resistance. It actually started to sell off. And then it broke its local support right here. And then it just sold off. Once we came into this area, we found support at this bottom, which is a multi-day consolidation. And then we actually broke through that. Now, this is actually the scariest part, because what happens is, remember, price gravitates from one liquidity point to another, one high volume area to another, one large support or large resistance to another. So what that means is, once price has broken through this, this is no man's land, okay? Either we go back here and retest this and we're able to break above this resistance, or we basically start breaking down from here and we head towards the next strong area of resistance, or rather support now, which is, remember, this previous pocket that will probably turn into support, which is around $38,700 to $39,000. I think the probabilities seem lined up for price to come down here. So that is what my bet is on right now, is price is highly likely to head towards this area. I would probably say even if it goes up here, I think high probability is at some point we make our way down here, whether it's the weekend or next week. Now, the fact that the weekend is coming up, I do want y'all to be very, very careful, because I know everybody's going to be in the weekend mood that, I don't know, maybe you want to buy the dip or you want to short aggressively or whatever, right? Don't get caught up in weekend volume. my rule of thumb is don't come back to put on big trades until about Sunday evening US session time, which is when the CME markets, which are the futures Bitcoin markets, open, and the futures markets for the US stock market open. That's really when the big players step in. And you could even make the argument that don't even step in until Monday morning, which is the US morning session. That's really when most of the last several months, the big moves have been coming in the market hours of the US sessions. Okay. They don't really happen overnight in the Asian time zone. They don't really happen in the European time zone. They've been happening predominantly because of the flow and the money from the US sessions. And that makes sense because guess what? US stocks over the last several months have been getting annihilated, especially those non-profitable tech and growth stocks that we saw over the last, period of COVID. Those have been getting completely destroyed. Palantir is one example. Okay. Zoom here is another example right here. Look at these monthly candles. I mean, Zoom is literally down from the highs, almost 60, 70%, I think. It's actually down 77% or so. You can kind of see across the board, right? Even ARK, which are, it's a pretty strong ETF of growth and tech stocks, also down almost 60, 70% from the highs, okay, 57%. Even Tesla is actually down a decent amount from the highs, okay? It doesn't look like it, but it actually is, okay? It's actually down 29%. That's a lot for a company like Tesla, which is a very well-capitalized, strong, innovative company. Good stocks like Google are also down, but not as much. Okay, so here's how much Google is down from the local high right here. It's actually down 13% on the month itself from the high. That's not good. Again, strong companies, right? Microsoft, same thing, okay? Down a decent amount from the highs, about 8%. So what does this tell us? This tells us that Bitcoin and crypto overall are still guided by the forces of what's happening in the US stock market, and the US stock market is actually guided by the forces of the Fed, by the de-risking and the caution from the larger institutional players, right? So what we need to be careful about in the market is further downside, looking for levels below. I would say the big levels of support below for BTC is about $38,500 right here. Let's just say 39 to be safe. And then after that, honestly, I think if we start breaking below that, we're going back at least towards this low. If not, I personally think we're going to head back into this channel right here, into this channel that we had previously broken up from, and we move sideways right here. So I actually think we have a high probability of going back to this channel, which makes sense because that could be the retest of this 2021 yearly open. It could sweep all these lows down here, which is probably around 29, 30,000 flat. Okay, that's my big bet for BTC, is that I believe we're probably going to head down at least towards this low, if not maybe as low as $26,000, $25,000. Why do I say 26, 25? Well, if you actually look on the weekly basis, remember, there's one EMA that we've paid attention to for the last several years, and it is the 200 weekly moving average, the EMA. You could kind of see back from 2015, it has created either a support or resistance for price every turn of the market. And guess what? We have not retested the 200 EMA on the weekly for almost a year and a half, 2 years now. I think it's about time we do that. I think it's about time we retest this EMA, okay? Because this EMA is very, very incredibly strong support. Yes, we can break through it like we did, right here for a couple of weeks, or right here for maybe 2 or 3 months. But I don't think that, that would begin like a huge bear market where we go to 10,000 or 5,000. I don't believe in any of that garbage, okay? I do, however, think that it is not impossible in a world to retest this yellow MA, which is the 200 weekly moving average, which is around 27,000 currently, or we break back and retest previous all-time high, which is 20,000, right? We could do that with a wick and then close back up all the way near 26, 27K. I think that's entirely possible. So what does that mean for altcoins? Well, a full disclaimer, I'm short altcoins right now. I've mentioned this to our Advantage members. Like I said earlier, right? We do have a private Discord community. I provide all the information of my positions that I take to my Advantage members. So one thing I'll say is I'm short a couple of altcoins. AVAX is one of them. AVAX, I would say, is probably due for a pretty healthy pullback. I want to say it at least comes back to the middle, this EQ, this white dashed line of the channel. And that's somewhere around $72 to $70 flat, okay, depending on when it gets there. I also think that AVAX has probably a high chance that it at least gets back to $60, which is down here. And then I guess the probabilities are still there that it can land anywhere between 40 and 35, but those probabilities are lower depending on how low BTC goes. If Bitcoin starts breaking 33 and 30 flat, which is the flat that we had this summer, AVAX is easily going to 60, probably 50 and 40. Okay, that's sort of my big bet. I think same goes for other altcoins. If you kind of look at basically any other altcoin, I think it's going to get hammered by at least 35–40%. Matic, which is one of my favorite altcoins, I think is also going down at least to $1.25 and quite possibly near less than $1. I'm not quite sure if it's going to go back to 60 or 70 cents down here, but if it does, like, is it really that big of a deal? Because then it will still stay in a huge range like this, right? It's not the end of the world for Matic to come back to 67 cents or 70 cents down here, right? Because it will basically be in a huge year and a half range. And if Matic is, let's just say, a strong altcoin, well, this is an amazing buying opportunity right here, in which case you could ride this back up at least to the previous highs, which is way the heck up here, or you could ride it back towards new all-time highs. Okay, and that may not happen until maybe later this year or 5–6 months from now. Okay, so keep that in mind, right? Even though markets look really bearish, I don't think good assets are going to zero or anything. Like, I think we're much more evolved in the 2022 era of crypto rather than 2017, where almost 90% of the things were scams. I do think that there's a lot of sort of ghost chains and there's not a lot of activity happening on some of these chains to warrant their valuations. For example, I don't know, I mean, Rune is still, I think, $1 or $2 billion, but I don't see that much activity happening on Rune, right? I also don't think Luna is as great as people say it is, but I do know that they have the stable coin element, which I know people are very excited about. That's the one thing that helps put the price up of Luna. So I understand that element. But a lot of these assets, right, even Polkadot, like it's not like Polkadot is some unique chain and it has some insanely high user activity. There's just too many L1s and L2s out there that all warrant multi-billion-dollar valuations. Okay, so I think that's probably an issue that the market will have to contend with, which is figuring out when all these assets dump, which is the asset that's going to come out alive and keep kicking ass into 2023, 2024, okay? My bet is on assets like Solana, AVAX. I think Atom will also do really well in the future because of its, inter-blockchain, the IBC communication. I think it's one of the more unique traits about Atom, which is that if you start understanding that the future is going to be multi-chain, cross-chain, then you start to recognize that projects like Atom are going to be extremely important in the future for the growth of crypto, because no one wants to just stay on one chain. You want to be able to move money from project to project across chains pretty seamlessly, whether it be just money or tokens themselves or whether it's NFTs. Atom is on the forefront of doing that. So I believe Atom is going to be one of those successful projects. Okay. So again, I'm not going to talk too much about fundamentals. I just want to talk about basics of technicals. So same thing with Atom, right? I believe Atom has been in this large range. There's a weekly level of $30.25, which Atom is clearly rejecting right here and failing to stay above. As long as it fails to stay above $30, right, I think it's going to head down towards this large ascending trend line, which is meeting Atom somewhere around $20 flat. If, let's just say, you know, we broke down over the next week or two, all right? If we start breaking down heavier than that, then I think Atom is probably going to $10 or $11 down here. And I'll show you all exactly why I believe that area could be of decent support. This is where Atom previously built this large trend line, as you can see. So if Atom breaks down, let's just say it breaks this big uptrending trend line. If it breaks down, I believe it's going to come down here over the next week or two, which is somewhere around $10 or $11. Okay, so keep that in mind for Atom. All right. Other things I want to talk about, things in the DeFi, you know, farming and staking area. So I've talked about this to our Advantage members multiple times. This is Hermes protocol, which is on Matic network as well as One Harmony. So remember, like I said, right, projects are going to want to be on multi-chains. Okay, they're going to want to be on different chains for more exposure of money, more exposure of users and activity. So Hermes is actually doing that. They're on Matic, but they're also on One Harmony. What you could do with Hermes is they have this Plutus token, which is currently valued at 47 cents. And you can go here, products and bank. Okay. And just FYI, I have some money parked in the Plutus token. And I parked it in this pool right here, the DAI pool, which is just a stable coin, right? One DAI just means that it's on the One Harmony network. And the DAI token is a stable coin. Okay, so I'm getting right now 110% APR, which is great for parking my Plutus tokens. Okay, so, you know, it's good passive money if you don't really need your money anytime soon. I think it's great. Obviously, do your own research, not financial advice. So this is one passive, you know, staking income strategy that I mentioned to our Advantage members a while back. The other one is on the Avalanche network. You guys may have heard of Trader Joe. We mentioned this to our members in August of last year. We made some decent money off Trader Joe pools. One of the pools right now that I'm kind of attracted to is the AVAX pool right here. And then there's this AVAX HON pool. And then this one right here, AVAX UST. I like AVAX UST because UST is the stable coin. I like half of my money pooled as a stable coin and half of it as a coin that's moving up and down. Okay, and AVAX is obviously moving up and down in price. UST is hopefully maintaining its price stability. So keep these pools in mind. There's decent opportunities and decent APRs that you can make. Same thing with XJOE, which is again the Joe token that you could farm and stake, and you can get 15.6% APR. Okay, so we talked about Hermes DeFi, Trader Joe. Then I'll hop onto the Atom and Cosmos network, right? So Osmosis is actually on Atom, okay? So Osmosis also offers different unique opportunities for high APR. You could park Atom and the Osmo token here for 73% APR, pretty high price, right? You could park Ion and Osmo for 62%. Another one I have on my list is Atom and DVPN, which is 63% APR. So you can see there's opportunities on many different chains for you to kind of park your money. Okay, so Osmosis again is on the Cosmos chain. JunoSwap is also on the Cosmos chain. Okay, this doesn't show APRs because you have to connect your wallet, but I connected my wallet and I've tried out some of these pools. They're decent APRs. They're not super high. Some are like 10%, 14, 12, 8, you know, different ones, but it's still pretty good, right? So these are your opportunities to check out different parts of the market if you don't really know what to do in crypto right now, right? If you're struggling and you're trading back and forth and you're getting chopped up, look to different parts of the market. And then last but not least, I want to talk about Treasure DAO, which is sort of your MMORPG game that's being developed. It is on the Arbitrum network. Okay, so this game consists of magic tokens. So you can actually go to CoinGecko right now and you can type in magic. So the magic tokens are the currency, the base currency of the Treasure DAO world. Okay. And what this does is it helps you buy NFTs. It helps you buy potions and vials and cool stuff within the game that you can then resell or use for quests. And that can then in turn make you more money. Okay, so the game itself is very financialized in a way because it's built its own internal economy. And if you just like playing games, you could go to Treasure DAO and you could put some money in, you could explore different characters, you could do a lot of really, really cool stuff in Treasure DAO. Okay, they also have a Discord, which is right here, as you could see. Very, very active Discord, super nice people. I think you guys will like it a lot. Make sure you check it out. And then last but not least, we have a NFT section that we opened. If you join our community for free, you can go to this NFT access area, make sure you verify right here, and you'll get access to our free NFT section, which is right here. We put out a ton of NFT minting opportunities, a ton of opportunities to look at different games, GameFi, Metaverse, minting opportunities, resell opportunities on here. A lot of really, really cool stuff happening in our NFT gaming area. So like I said, when the crypto markets are going down in price, right, you can look at different parts of the market, like the NFT area, like the passive income strategies area, okay? If you feel like you don't want to involve yourself too much in trading back and forth. Now, if you are interested in trading, right, I'll end with this. This is one thing that I've showed y'all before, and I'll show it to you one more time. Here is the bear market back in 2014. If you understand MACD, remember, MACD is nothing but a momentum sort of moving average kind of based indicator, right? The MACD helps you recognize when the momentum is shifting. This indicator right here is the MACD. Here's the price right here. The momentum in the MACD here on August 2014, this purple line told you that, hey, we are bearishly crossing. Bearish cross means that when the yellow line starts crossing above the purple, okay? So what we have identified is way back here in 2014, let me zoom into this again, we started to recognize a bear cross. And after that, the market actually went down and sideways for almost 8 to 10 months at least. And then it finally bottomed out, which is identified by a different indicator, which is called the DYDX. Okay, this indicator right here is kind of like your RSI, if you will, but it has a different formula. So the DYDX bottomed out around January 2015 at around 44 points, as you could see by this black marker. Then after that, we started a new bull market. Guess what? Back here in 2018, again, same thing. We had a bear cross in June 2018. Then we went sideways and down for almost 6 to 8 months. And then we bottomed out at 44 points once again, right here in January 2019, which marked pretty darn close to the bottom. And then guess what? We started another big multi-year bull market. Guess what again? January 2022, we now have a bear cross right here in the MACD, which if the two previous historical examples are of any significance, this should then tell us that we have several months more, at least sideways and quite possibly down. And then after that, at some point, we should be bottoming out as per the DYDX, somewhere close to the 40-point level. So this is the one thing that I'm kind of paying attention to for our crypto market purposes. I don't think we're bottomed. I think we have a further move to go on the way down. And I think, it's going to get a little rough. It's going to get boring for a lot of people. I know a lot of people are already getting bored. They're getting chopped up. Something that often happens within the crypto space is most of retail does not have the capability of withstanding and grinding through the bear market. So they just kind of like sell, or they leave everything, or they leave crypto, or they leave, crypto Twitter or our community, and they only come back at the high of the next bull market, right? See, you don't get to reap the rewards of the next bull market unless you suffer through the current bull market or the current bear market. That's just a rule of thumb, okay? Because the winners of the next bull market are actually made in the depths of the bear market. That's just how it is. You have to be able to suffer to get to the growth and success. It's like anything in life. So if you're thinking about quitting or giving up on crypto or giving up in trading or a community, just remember that at some point down the line, we will have another massive bull market. You just have to get through it, right? Don't keep making mistakes. Don't keep breaking your capital. This is why in our community, we started a fully transparent 5K account challenge that you can just look at and use to your advantage of how we go about trading. Last year, the same challenge yielded us 470%. This year, we're currently down negative 20%. But guess what? Other parts of the crypto market are down negative 30, 40, 60, 70%. We're not doing too bad, okay? You just have to make sure that you don't break your bank, that you don't lose all your money in this current market. And we have 10 months ahead of us for the rest of the year. So I'm pretty confident that my 5K challenge is going to be in the positive by the end of the year, okay? I believe in myself to trade markets successfully. The question is, do you have the skill or do you have the ability to trade markets successfully? If you don't, come join our community. Like I said, go to our website, join the Advantage membership. It's only $97 per month, or you could try us out for 7 days by joining this course right here. Once you buy this course, it's only $10, you get 7 days free access in our private Discord. And then you could test yourself in the community, see how useful our community is to you. I think you'd be really surprised. All right, that's all I got, folks. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I talked about NFTs, the passive and staking opportunities in DeFi. I talked about different altcoins that I'm bullish on, the upcoming potential, grinding bear market. So be careful out there, right? Make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you do like our content, I will keep doing more videos, the more thumbs up I get, right? Thank you so much, everybody. Good luck to you. Take care. Talk soon.